Welcome to Here's My Story. I'm Evie. My mom walked into my room with my cousin Jenna and said, "Evie, will you please clean up your room?" "What's going on, Mom?" I asked. "Jenna needs a room, and as you know, this is the only room in the house she can stay in," Mom replied. I was taken aback. "But what about me?" I asked. "You will move into the living room," she responded casually. "Mom, there is plenty of room for us here. Jenna and I can share. Why am I moving out?" I objected. "'Cause I'd love to do that, but I'm a very light sleeper. If we share a room, I'll never be able to get a good night's sleep. That's why I need a room of my own," Jenna said in a fake, sad voice. I knew this wasn't true, but my mom didn't let me say anything else. Jenna is my mom's older sister's daughter. Her parents moved abroad for work. My cousin would soon attend college, so they wanted to avoid taking her along. My mom offered to host Jenna until she graduates high school. My aunt happily agreed. My mom gave my room to my cousin, which meant I would stay in the living room for the next 2 years. Even though I was upset, there was nothing I could do about it because I knew my mom loved Jenna more than she loved me. She wouldn't change her mind no matter how hard I protested. After my cousin moved into our home, her favoritism intensified. She would spend so much time with Jenna. My mom would pick her up from school and take her shopping. In the evenings, they would watch shows together. They would cook dinner. They would talk for hours, laughing out loud all the time. My mom was thrilled to have found her dream daughter. She only thought of me when a chore needed to be done around the house. "Evie, do the laundry. Evie, iron the clothes. Evie, take the trash out." I'd literally turned into Cinderella of the house. One day, Mom told me, "I'm picking up Jenna after school. We're going to go see a movie. Please clean up your cousin's room while we're out." I lost it. "Mom, why am I always cleaning up after Jenna? That's not fair," I screamed. "She's a guest at our house. Of course you're supposed to clean her room as her host. I don't want to hear any objections," she replied to me, frowning. My dad was quite busy with work at that time. He would leave early in the morning and return home after we all went to bed. I waited up for him one night. I told him what was going on. "It seems like your mom has gotten carried away playing the host. I'll talk to her," he said, soothing me. My mom came to talk to me the following day as I was getting ready for school. "Shame on you for complaining to your dad about me. We fought over your lies," she yelled. "Mom, I didn't lie. I just told him what's been happening," I said. It made her even angrier. "I know you're jealous of Jenna. You're not going to tell your dad one more word about this. Do you understand?" she snapped. Jenna walked in. "Aunt Hannah, you're going to drop me off at school, aren't you?" she asked. "Yes, honey. If you're ready, we can leave. And Evie should start cleaning your room," she said sweetly. "That would be awesome. Thanks, cuz," Jenna said with a crooked smile. After they left, I did what my mom told me to do. As I was vacuuming Jenna's room, my phone rang. It was my cousin. She sounded panicky. She said, "Evie, your mom, Aunt Hannah, we stopped to get coffee. She collapsed abruptly. They called 911. The ambulance came. They're taking her to the hospital." When I got to the hospital, I saw my dad was already there. Jenna was with him. They looked devastated. I hugged my dad in tears. "Your mom is in intensive care. The doctors are running some tests, trying to figure out why she passed out," he said. A few hours later, a doctor informed us about my mom's status. He looked at my dad sternly. "Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give you any good news. Your wife has been diagnosed with leukemia, and it's quite advanced. We will begin chemotherapy right away, but that's not enough by itself. We also need to do a bone marrow transplant if we want her to recover completely," he said. Then the doctor turned to me. "You're the patient's daughter, right? We will get a blood sample from you immediately and test to see if you're a match. You can be a bone marrow donor if your tissue is compatible with your mother's. That means we'll transplant your marrow to your mom," he said. They drew blood from me at the lab. According to the doctor, our tissues had a 30% chance of being compatible. We were so sad when we came home. We would get the results the next day. Jenna and I prayed all night. Early the following day, we went to the hospital. The doctor looked sad. The result was negative. I couldn't donate my bone marrow to my mom. I started crying. "Don't lose heart. In this case, we will look at samples from other close relatives of your mother. The chances are still low, but we could find a match," he said. When I heard this, I jumped in. "Jenna is my mom's niece. You can get a sample from her." "Please test my blood. I'll do anything for Aunt Hannah. She means so much to me," Jenna said. They drew Jenna's blood for testing. We waited for the results impatiently. When we arrived at the hospital in the morning, the doctor was smiling. "I have great news for you. Jenna's tissues are perfectly compatible with your mom's. We can do the transplant," he said, turning to Jenna. "Jenna, you're going to save your aunt's life. Don't worry, it's a straightforward procedure, not that much different than giving blood. Today, we will prepare her for transplantation. Please be here early tomorrow morning," he explained. We were all so happy. Jenna and I did a little dance while hugging each other. I couldn't sleep for a long time because of the excitement. I regretted what I felt for Jenna earlier. Thanks to her, my mother's life would be saved. We arrived at the hospital early in the morning. The doctor was waiting for us in his office. "They're preparing the operating room as we speak. We can start in an hour or so. You can find yourself something to eat in the meantime. The procedure will take some time, so you may not get another chance later," he advised us. We were very excited. Jenna and I were eating and chatting in the cafeteria. I was feeling such a surge of gratitude toward Jenna. I thanked her over and over again. My dad's phone rang. It was my mom's doctor. He let us know that the operating room was ready. They brought my mom in for the procedure. He said Jenna could come in. Jenna suddenly stood up. "I can't do it. I just can't," she said and burst into tears. "Jenna, there's nothing to be scared of. The doctor said it was a really simple procedure," I said, trying to calm her down. But Jenna wasn't listening. "I can't do it. I'm sorry, cuz I can't do it," she said and started running. My dad and I were both in shock. At first, we froze. Then we began going after her. She was running towards the exit. She abruptly left the hospital as we stood staring after her. My dad and I looked at each other. This was so unexpected. I hugged my dad and then began crying out of desperation. They took my mom back to her room because there was nothing to do. She, too, was very sad. "How can Jenna do this?" she was saying. Her disappointment was much deeper than ours. When we got home that night, we were in for a surprise. Jenna had left a letter on her bed. I opened it and started reading. "Hi, cuz. I'm sorry for disappointing you. This procedure could be dangerous, and I'm too young. Aunt Hannah is a good person, but I still can't risk my life for her. I hope you can understand me. Actually, I don't care if you don't. I don't have to give my bone marrow to your mom just because she was good to me. Bye." Jenna had written this the previous night. She'd left it on her bed as we left home together that morning. This meant that she had no intention of becoming a donor from the start. She was trying to find a way to escape from the hospital. She fooled us. We were wrong to believe her. The next few days were a nightmare. My mom's condition worsened day by day. All of my mom's relatives were tested to see if there were any other matches, but all of the tests came back negative. We had almost no chance of saving Mom. All day and night, my dad and I sat desperately outside my mom's room as if waiting for a miracle. Sitting in the waiting area one night, we heard yelling in the hallway. The emergency personnel screamed, make way," as they pushed a gurney through. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw who was lying on the gurney. It was Jenna. Shortly after, my mom's doctor came running to find us. It was late at night, so he was the one who had to tend to her in the emergency room. "Evie, your cousin was in a car accident. Your blood types match. We need to give her a blood transfusion right now, or she might go into shock. She's lost too much blood," he said. Without thinking, I got up and followed the doctor. Jenna had indeed lost a lot of blood. Thankfully, the immediate blood transfusion saved her life. In the morning, they took her out of intensive care and brought her into the room next to my mom's. She was crying when I walked into her room. "Cousin, the doctors told me what happened last night. I don't deserve your kindness. Please forgive me. I talked to the doctor and signed the paperwork. As soon as I feel better, I will become a donor for Aunt Hannah. I should have done it sooner, but I was scared, so I ran away. I'm full of regret right now," she said. I didn't expect her to donate her bone marrow when I gave my blood to her. On the other hand, I couldn't pass up that offer. This was the miracle we'd been waiting for. This time, Jenna kept her promise. When she recovered, she became a donor for my mom. She saved her life. After the transplant, my mom recovered much faster than the doctors expected. My mom left the hospital 3 months ago. We're so happy to have her back. Like Jenna, she feels guilty. "I wish I could turn back time. I feel so bad about how I treated you. I was so unfair. You're my daughter, and I love you," she always says. By the way, Jenna moved in with us again. However, she now sleeps in the living room and does all the housework herself. She refuses my help when I offer it. I guess that's her way of making amends. To be honest, I'm not complaining about it at all.